فيها لمسات حلوة من في. النهاردة بيباركنا آخر العنقود، البركة اللي بتصدرها لنا كنيسة سان مارك أبونا أنتوني شراوي. فأبونا عنده النهاردة جزء من موضوع، اتفضل يا أبونا، جزء من الموضوع اللي هيقوله لنا عن الأسرار اللي بتتقال لنا بتقال علينا في الاعترافات. الأولاد بيقولوا علينا إيه؟ بيقولوا بابا أولد ولا ماما ستابن ولا حاجات كتيرة ممكن يقولها لنا في جزء من الموضوع ده. بس قبل ما لمحبي الكورة ومحبي ميسي، أبونا على فكرة لاعب كورة بروفيشنال وهايل يعني بالنسبة للناس اللي تعرف الكورة. وكمان اللي أنا عرفته عنه يعني إن هو كان هيروح يبقى بروفيشنال، يعني كان هيلعب في أندية، وبس من حبه لربنا ده اللي أنا عرفته، يعني مش عارف هو يأكده لنا أو ينفيه، إن هو حس إن طريق الكورة وطريق البروفيشنال ده هيبعده عن ربنا، فقال لأ. تخيل دوت مين؟ أبونا أنتوني.
عيالكم بيحبوكم. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, Amen. Raise of hands، يعني ارفعوا ايديكم لو الانجليزي بتاعكم 50%. اكتر طيب كويس. I'm happy. All right. يعني ممكن اتكلم عربي انجليزي كده. All right, great. Okay, good. Yep. Okay. You made me feel very comfortable. Thank you. Okay. The topic I was given was what are the things that we can learn as parents from what children confess about. The reason why I believe this topic is actually very important is because it is a talk that is directed at parents. And I just want to read you something to begin with of how important you are. So there was a big study done in America, and they did it in 4 stages. It was a very, very long study, تقريباً 20 سنة. And what they wanted to find out is how can parents pass their faith on to their children. ازاي الأب والأم ممكن ينقلوا الإيمان لعيالهم. فهم صرفوا في الستادي، يعني one part of the study costs $1,228,000. One part of the study. Yani this is huge. It is one of the highest levels of studies that has ever been made about this topic. Parents, how important are they to their children? So I'll just read to you بعد كل المذاكرة بتاع سنين طويلة الملخص. This is the ملخص. Parents exert far and away the greatest influence on their children's religious outcomes. No other institution or program comes close to shaping youth religiously as their parents do. Not religious congregations, not youth groups, not faith-based schools, not missions, not service trips, not summer camp, not Sunday schools, not youth ministers or anything else. It's the parents. يعني بعد ما هم صرفوا تقريبا $5 مليون أو حاجة، ده الملخص بتاعهم. حاجات التانية كويسة، بس التأثير على العيال الأب والأم. This is by far the most powerful predictor of how a child is going to come out. عايز أقول برضو يعني اللي احنا هنكلم فيه النهاردة yes statistics studies، بس like المفروض نعرف في نعمة ربنا برضو. يعني مفيش حاجة، there is no study هتغطي كله، يعني ربنا ممكن يعمل أي حاجة. But we're just reading and trying to understand what we can benefit from these studies. If someone was to ask, why do you think it's the parents who are the greatest influence, what reasons would you give? Why are the parents the greatest reason? Infectious, yes. Idols. Oh, yes, they look up to you. Absolutely, yes. Role models, yes. Yep. انتوا عايشين معهم, yes. Love of parents is different, yes. Yeah. Any other reason? Leading by example, good. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yes, they do imitate a lot. One of the other reasons is time. Time equals influence. يعني الوقت اللي انتوا مع عيالكم هيبقى سنين طويلة صح؟ فأكيد هتأثر فيهم. So because we spend so much time up until they grow up, this has a big effect. Okay. What are some of the things that children confess about their parents? We'll go through some. Number one, oh, yeah, oh, there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot, yeah. This is an interesting one because it actually is about very holy parents. This is the first one, and it's about holy parents, to be honest. And this is actually said about one of the servants at our church who is doing a remarkable job. She is really an amazing servant. Yet this was her child who came, and this was her concern. This was what she complained about. She felt, the daughter felt ignored. Why? Because the parent is constantly on the phone, busy. حتى لو في الخدمة. يعني بنتها هنا والأم كذا بتكتب للخدمة ازيك عاملة ايه. Lovely mum, by the way. She's amazing. But this was the child's confession, or what she said about her mum. One idea that we can get from this, يعني في ناس, it's true and false. It depends on the child. Sometimes we think our children don't want to spend time with us. But they really do, especially when they're young. But one idea is this. Do you know Abuna Anthony Masih? Have you heard of him from America? Yeah. اللي هو كان بيعمله مع عياله. He would have dates, you know? So he would have a daddy-daughter date. يخرج مع بنته. This is their time. وهو very strict بالتلفون بتاعه. يعني أنا مرة سألته, هو كان هنا في أستراليا, أنا سألته, how do you balance your life as a priest? وهو قال لي حاجة very interesting. قال أنا مش بحب الكلمة balance. بيقول أنا بحب الكلمة focus. يعني لو حد كان بيشوف حياتي من بعيد هيقول الكاهن ده balanced, الأب ده balanced عشان بيدي وقت لكل حاجة. بس هو قال لو تيجي معايا very close and you live with me in my day, I'm very unbalanced. هو بيقول كده ليه؟ عشان بيقول لما أنا مع بنتي مركز مع بنتي focused, يعني مفيش التلفون, يعني I'm not gonna answer it. الوقت اللي أنا مع مراتي, I have a date day or date night, whatever it is, أنا مع مراتي. الوقت اللي أنا بحضر كلمة. بعدين في وقت في اليوم أنا I'm gonna answer my phone, I'm gonna read my emails. بعدين في وقت للصلاة, في وقت. فقال if you look at my life big balanced بس لو تيجي معايا في اليوم هتقول ايه ده الشخص ده يعني مش بيدي وقت لأي حاجة طول ما هو مركز في حاجة. So that is one idea as parents. We could have, you know, daddy-daughter dates, or mum-daughter dates, or father-son time. Especially, there should be husband-wife time, by the way. Like, definitely. One way this can work is calendar. There's beautiful, like for example, there's an app. It's for free. It's called Time Tree. It's a joint calendar. So if you download it and your husband downloads it, every time you put something in the calendar, everybody can see. And we can schedule. Thursday night is me and my wife. Tuesday night will be me and my daughter. Time alone. We go out, we go for a walk, get ice cream. Oh yeah, good question. Actually, نفتح الموضوع ده لكل حد. نتمشى كلنا. We could do it as a family. أو الأب ممكن يقعد في البيت مع بنته. Yeah. والأم ممكن تخرج مع ابنها. أنا مش بقول سيب العيال لوحدهم. طيب انتوا ممكن تناقشوا في الحاجات دي بعد الاجتماع. The other thing that children talk about, or that they can speak about in confession, is not being taken seriously. يعني they can feel something, but they do not feel هم مش حاسين إن ماما وبابا حاسين بيهم. Yeah. الحتة دي هم عملوا مذاكرة فيها يعني بالمليونات دولارات. I'll read it. It's in English, so I'll read it in English. But this is what it says. Parents can be very invested in and intentional about religious transmission. But if they have emotionally distant or critical relationships with their children, their efforts are likely to fail or backfire. هو بيقول ايه؟ بيقول ممكن يبقى في أب وأم عايزين عيالهم يعرفوا المسيح، يكونوا في الكنيسة، بس لو هم نفسهم بعيد عن ابنهم أو بنتهم في الحساسية، هو ده الكلمة صح؟ في الإحساس، ممكن يقلب اللي هم عايزين يعملوه to the opposite. يعني this is a true confession. There was a boy who came to Abuna and he said this. He's like, my dad loves me to wear tonya, he loves me to do urban. But because I know what my dad is really like at home, I will never wear my tonya and I will never do urban. So like, هو مش حاسس with closeness to his dad, بيشوف بابا كده في الكنيسة بس بعد بابا كده في البيت، فأي حاجة بابا عاوزني أنا أعملها في الكنيسة أنا هتأكد مش هعملها. So he wants to rebel against everything his dad stood for. Dad wants this, I definitely don't want this. Dad doesn't want this, okay, I want this. Yeah, yeah. برضو الموضوع ده مفروض يشجعنا يعني عشان if I as a dad can have a negative influence on my children, it means as well I can have a positive influence فالموضوع ده يعني المفروض يشجعنا برضو يعني. This is quite common, this next confession, this sort of thing. Many have complained that the parents who have problems together get their children involved. وهم مش حاسين هم أنا مش قادر على الحكاية دي. يعني الأم ممكن تجيب بنتها شفتي بابا عامل إيه؟ ها أنتي مع مين؟ معايا ولا مع بابا؟ هي مش قادرة على الكلام ده. يعني إيه أختارك أنتي ولا بابا ولا إيه ده؟ إيه ده؟ ما أعرفش أعمل إيه. This gives them a lot of trouble. This gives them a lot of trouble. One of the most important things in family life, يعني من أقوى حاجات أنا ممكن أعملها في حياتي لعيالي، أحب مراتي ومراتي تحبني. من أقوى حاجات ممكن أعملها. It is the most beneficial thing you can do for your child is love your spouse. وقدام العيال you are united. حتى لو أنتوا بتختلفوا تكلموا ورا الباب المقفول، بس قدام العيال احنا واحد، رأينا واحد. Very very powerful. والعيال بيحبوا الحكاية دي. يعني فعلا يمكن الولد عايز يعمل حاجة وسأل ماما، هي قالت لا، فعايز بابا يقول بس صدقوني أحسن حاجة لما ماما تقول لا بابا يقول لا، لما ماما تقول بابا يقول ده give very comforting feeling حتى لو هيعيط. But it gives a very comforting feeling and عارف البيت بتاعي strong, united. المسيح قال طبعا a house divided against itself cannot stand. Yeah. For one of the most beneficial things parents can do, love each other. So powerful. And never make your children choose. أنا ولا بابا. تختار مين؟ Never do this. العيال مش قادرين. ده ضغط كتير عليهم. It really disturbs them. The greatest thing you can do for your child is love your spouse. الحاجة الثانية اللي هم بيشتكوا يعني about is my parents don't trust me. They don't trust me. فاكرين دايما حامل حاجة غلط. They don't trust me. You might have a good reason not to trust your children, by the way. يعني بصراحة. You might have a very good reason. بس المهم نخلي بالنا بيطلع من بقنا. This is what's important. عشان whatever you say to your child, it is like a mirror to them. So if you say, I can never trust you, you're untrustworthy. As a child, هم بيشوفوا كلامك مراية. هيصدقوا الحكاية دي على نفسهم. وهيقولوا, well, all right. يعني dad says I can't be trusted, mum says I can't be trusted, so I may as well act as if I can't be trusted, since that's what they believe anyway. I have the name, I'll play the game. I can't be trusted, okay, this is me. أفتكر كان يمكن دونالد ترامب أمه لما كان صغير بتقول عليه Mr. President. Mr. President. طلع president هو طلع president. بس لا عايز يقولوا إن كلامكم زي مراية لعيالكم. فحتى لو أنتم مش واثقين في بنتك ولدك، خلي بالكم حتقولوها ازاي. يعني one example، أنا عندي أخت كبيرة اسمها أدريانا، وهي كانت عايزة تروح الفورمال بتاعها. You know, year 12 formal, dress nicely, you go with a boy, you know, this is formal. I remember this is what my dad told her. هو بابو طريقته معانا كان دايما كده، يقول لنا رأيه بعدين يقول بس أنت حر. يقول رأيه بيقول بس أنت حر. بس لأختي قال كده. He said, sure, you can go to the formal, or because we were living in Adelaide. I'm from Adelaide. This is when I was in Adelaide. أخو بابا في Adelaide وعنده بنات برضو في Adelaide, my cousins. So he told my sister, he said to Adriana, sure, you can go to the formal, or you can go to Sydney and spend 2 weeks there, and I'll give you $500. You can have a good time, like with your cousins, spend it. And then he said this, it's not that I don't trust you, I don't trust the people around you. You know? Good, this is good, lovely. But I like it. يعني give alternative, an attractive alternative. وبرضو like let them know that you love them, that you still have trust in them. Yes? Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's like this. يعني I want my son when he grows up to be able to cross the road by himself. عايز يكون يعدي الشارع لوحده لما هو يكبر. بس لغاية ما هو يكبر لازم أمسك إيديه. يعني الحكمة مش أسيبه وأقول I trust you وهو مش قادر على الحكاية دي. Yeah. ومش كبيرة. لا مفروض نعرف الصح من الغلط طبعا. I agree. But I think environment makes a difference. يعني we have to understand environment, it makes a very big difference. Which leads us actually to this point, which is this. الكلام قوي جدا. If it's from parents or if it's from someone else. أنا فاكر القصة دي very interesting story. في راجل وراجل. Yeah. كان يعرفوا بعض مش أصحاب قوي بس بيعرفوا بعض يكلموا بعض كده يعني في الشغل. فواحد من الرجالة عنده بيت فهو سأل الراجل التاني عشان هو عارف راجل التاني مش عايش حياة نقية. فهو سأله بصراحة كده قال أنا ممكن أعمل إيه عشان أتأكد إن بنتي ما تتجوزش راجل زيك. yeah. هو سأله بصراحة كده. فهو قال له حاجة عجيبة. قال له كده. He said, make sure you tell your daughter you love her. Because if you don't, someone like me will, and she will believe him. Yeah. the love, especially from parents, is very powerful, especially a father to a daughter as well. This next one is my least favorite one, but it happens. This breaks my heart more than any of them, which is this. Young man came to me and he said, I came home one day and one of my parents didn't think anyone would be home because I wasn't expected. But I came home and I saw my dad, and he was in his office and he was sinning, you know, he was sinning, Abuna, he was sinning. And he was so confused. He goes, I don't know what to do. Like, he's like, do I tell my mom? Do I not tell? What do I do? Like, what do I do? He was so broken, confused. Like, this is my dad who brings me to church. Like, what do I do? So confused. And of course, this obviously leads us to the importance of لو أنا فعلا عايز ابني أو بنتي يكونوا قريبين لربنا لازم أنا أكون قريب من ربنا. يعني أنا ممكن أوديهم الكنيسة كل يوم حد وده كويس وأنا بشجع طبعا بشجع الحكاية دي. بس it confuses the children if they see mom and dad so strict, Sunday we have to be here, but during the week what we do has nothing to do with God, nothing to do with church. It confuses them. I know of a boy, he started to think, is God real? Like, I mean, we come to church every Sunday, but like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like what are we doing? And then we come to church Sunday, he's like, is this like an act? Like, is it an act? بنمثل? Like, confused. He was confused. الpractical example, the most important, الpractical example, أنا بكلم مراتي إزاي؟ مراتي بتكلمني إزاي؟ This is practical. Practical example مش بس بقرا الإنجيل معهم بصلي معهم بالليل. طبعا مفروض نعمل كده. بس برضو واحنا في العربية واحنا رايحين الكنيسة بنكلم على ايه؟ واحنا راجعين من الكنيسة في العربية بنكلم على ايه؟ بنسمع ايه؟ كل الحاجات دي العيال very smart. Children are not stupid. You know? They see, they observe. There's a nice saying. It says this: your actions are so loud, I can't hear your words. Your actions are so loud, I can't hear your words. In this multi-million-dollar research, one of the most powerful things they found that parents can do for a child, for their faith, the natural language of the home. The natural language of the home. يعني yes, أقرأ الإنجيل أصلي معهم, بس what's the natural language of the home? After spending millions of dollars, they said this is one of the powerful things which help children grow in faith. بنكلم على إيه وإحنا بناكل مع بعض. الولد had a hard day في المدرسة وإحنا في العربية. مش هديله اكتب معك كتاب. بس أكلم معاه وفي وسط الكلام هنقول yeah, like that's hard. Like, what do you think Jesus would want you to do in a situation like that? Yeah, natural language. Yeah, perfect, yeah. It's the natural language of the home that is very powerful. This is what the author said. عشان we are not perfect. بس هو بيقول إيه عشان we're not perfect. He said this. This is the author who did the multi-million-dollar research. He said this. I think for parents, the word I would give is not that parents be perfect, but that parents be authentic. That they be real with their children. That they're not pretending something in their own faith or performing something for their children as Christian. And I think in the end, authenticity is what comes out to children. Children are not stupid. بيقول يعني نكون صريح مع عيالنا. لو أنا غلطت افرض مرة أنا كنت في البيت عليت صوتي على مراتي. مش مفروض أمثل قدام عيالي أنا عملت ولا حاجة غلط. مفروض أروح لمراتي I'm sorry, I should not have raised my voice at you. ومفروض الطفل يشوف كده. يشوف احنا بني ادمين انا بغلط بس بيشوف انا ممكن ارجع واقول حق عليا حق عليا. I'll go through these quickly because we're going approaching 9 p.m. So I'll just say these quickly. Oh, you still have time? I don't know. What time do you finish? Yeah. I like the timer ID. The timer ID was really good. Okay. This is the other one, and I say it because I really I hope we're aware of these sorts of things. One of the things is the gym. The gym should not be a place, especially that we send our daughters to if they're not in a group or with a friend. The gym has come up many times in confession as a place where horrible things happen. Horrible, horrible things happen. سهلة ولد يشوف البيت شكل جميل. كان في بيت بتروح الجيم أو بتقول أبوها وأمها روح الجيم تقابل الولد يمشوا من الجيم بعدين ترجع. We have to be careful. Gyms, any place where there is lack of supervision, where there is people from anywhere. This is very important. The boys... Yeah. 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 Yeah, there's alternatives. There's gym classes, so you can go to a specific class at a specific time that's just women, for example. There's a gym called Ferndale, which is just a women's gym. There's alternatives. But it's important to be careful wherever there's boys, because boys trick them. The other thing is this one. This is huge, very important, is exactly what was being spoken of before. It was be present. Be present. I'll give you an example. One example is parents do not come home until a certain time. The children are at home by themselves. Anything can happen in that time. I won't go into details, but anything can happen in that time. احنا عايزين good future for our children. لازم نشتغل عشان have a good future. But your presence worth much, much, much more. Yani if the option is I buy a house or a townhouse, and the difference is one parent is home when the children come home, choose the townhouse. Forget the big house. Choose the smaller house. Because this concept of parents coming back very late and the children are home alone, it's a recipe for trouble. It's a recipe for it. Sorry? You want details? Okay, details. Okay, I'll give you one real scenario. One is a girl. She goes home. Parents not home too late. So what she does, she just goes for a walk in her neighborhood. A boy just drives past in his car, gets out of the car, just starts walking with her, touches, whatever, all these sorts of things. I know one other girl. Everything is, this is the next point, by the way, the phone. But you never know who you're talking to when you're on a phone. This girl, she was talking to someone, decided to meet at a park, وهي عمرها ما شفته. هي راحت البارك، الولد جه، الولد من دين تاني، مش هشرح الباقي. But like, we have to be very careful about presence. To be physically at home is so important. So important. Be poorer, much better than being richer, but be present at home. لسه هتاكلوا، لسه هيكون في سقف إن شاء الله يعني. لو في مشكلة كلموا الأبهات الموجودين هنا. But it's very important. I don't want to go too much detail into these sorts of things, but I think you get the point. Does anyone here have children in high school? Okay. Does anyone here have a child in high school who they have not given a smartphone to?
All of them.
Year 12.
Smartphones. Everyone has. They are from primary, they have smartphones.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. This is going to change the talk a bit. Okay. Okay. For anyone who has children, I'll say the first part first. For anyone who has children who have they not given a smartphone to yet, delay as much as possible. As much as possible. In my opinion, up until they finish year 12. Some people say, La buna, ra zay, menfash, yemfa, saduni yemfa. Saduni yemfa. Do you know Cristiano Ronaldo? Yeah? Yeah? He deprived his son of a smartphone. Can he afford one? يشتري الشركة. Do you know Prince William? The son of King? Yeah, the son of the king. He hasn't given his son a smartphone with the internet. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Good. 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 All right. What I'm saying? Yeah. 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 Okay. I'll just take this question, sorry. Okay. Too old. Okay, so he deprived him for some time? Oh, the little one. Okay.
He's talking about not the father, not the junior, not the son.
Okay. You know your stuff. Good. We're going to talk about kids who already have phones, but the ones who don't, please do not give them a phone. Do you know what we do? I'll tell you what we do at church personally. We have dumb phones, and we give them to the kids for free. So especially in Lent, we run a program. It's called Lent Detox. The high school kids give us their smartphones. We give them a dumb phone, and we keep it at church, the smartphones, for the duration of Lent. This is what we try to do with high school kids. We're going to come to all the parents whose kids already have. This is for those who have not given their child. Let me make my case. Number one, maybe about 70% of things that go wrong in confession has to do with the phone. Number two, why would I give a child something that even an adult cannot handle? Is anyone here not addicted to their phone as an adult with an adult brain? سامحوني هقول حاجات صعبة. أقول حاجات صعبة. Alright. أنا عارف كاهن قال حاجة وأنا في الأول قلت يعني أنت شديد شوية يا أبونا. بس لما فكرت أكتر اللي هو قال إيه I agree with him. This is what he said. كلكم سامحوني أعمل مطانية قدامكم في الأول. I do. Okay. This is what he said. He said giving a child a smartphone is child abuse. I'll tell you why I agree with him. It's because of this. Is a phone dangerous or not? Okay. Is a knife dangerous or not? If I gave a knife to a 2-year-old and I said, just make sure you don't hurt yourself, am I abusing that child? I'm waiting for an accident to happen. It's the same thing. But this is actually much worse than a knife. Because the knife will hurt me, I will heal. When addiction begins in the brain and for children, and especially if it's things like pornography, pray, 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 pray. It is not a joke. This is why I strongly believe, I don't think, forget what the church is saying, forget what Abuna is saying. The Australian secular government even says no social media, right? This is the government, right? It is super dangerous. In my opinion, giving a phone to a high school kid is like giving a knife to a 2-year-old and saying, you will be okay. You will be okay. Which is what leads us to the next point, which is if they already have a phone, you have to be all over it. Like, with all your power, you have rules. For example, there's an app called Custodio. Essential. Like, no one should have a phone without that app. This blocks websites, it times things, blocks apps, it does all of these things. Custodio. 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 This is essential for anyone who has a phone because it blocks things. Curfew. A child should never take a phone into their room. It does not make sense. How can I let a high school child sleep with the world in his hand, in his bed? He does not only have access to the world, this allows the world to have access to you. You may not look up anything bad, but the world will pop something bad up on your phone. It is, forgive me, it is one of the dumbest things in the world to allow a child to use a phone in a bedroom. It is horrible. It should not happen. If a child has a phone, the rule should be very simple. You do not use a phone wherever there is a closed door. You do not use your phone in your room. Your phone does not sleep in your room. It all charges. We put all of our phones in the kitchen. We have it charging at this dock in the kitchen. No use of phone after, you name it, whatever, 8 p.m., whatever it is. It is your phone. It's your phone. That's the thing to remember as well. It's not, you're the one that bought it for them. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. It is not a right that a child has. ده حقي. ده مش حقه. It's a privilege. أنا اشتريتك التلفون ده. It's not your right. If you haven't given a child a phone, do not give them. There's alternatives. They can use watches to make phone calls. They can do messages, but they won't have access to all the rubbish. This will save you so much trouble. I'll give you just two stories. One is the dad of a high school girl. He told me very plainly, he saw me, he said, greatest mistake of my life, giving my daughter a phone in high school. He just said it very plain and simple. Greatest mistake of my life. Now their relationship, the father and daughter, is like, Not only this, I'll tell you, forget parents. مرة رحت مع عيال خلصوا ثانوية عامة رحنا فيجي بعد ما خلصوا المدرسة. أنا سألت العيال الولاد البنات ملايكة سألت الولاد. I said, year 12 boys, they're like adults now, about 18. And I said this, knowing what you know now, would you give your child a phone in high school? No. The boys themselves said, I would not. Why? Because they have been damaged. And they know they have been damaged. So they said, if I have a son and I love them, I would not give them one. Now we can smile. Yeah, that part is over. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the green one. And then the child has to download the purple one, which is the kids one, and that's how you control it. Yeah. الإدة, that's what we're talking about. Curfew, the filter on the phone, where it's used, where it cannot be used. All of these things should be. Now we just say al-mulakhas. All right. The first one is if I want my child to love Christ, لو أنا عايز ابني بنتي يحب المسيح أنا لازم أحب المسيح بس بالفعل يعني مش بالشك. أنا فاكر مرة كان في راحت لأبونا مات المسكين وبتشتكي بنتها بعيد عن الكنيسة وقال كذا. قال لها يعني عايز الحقيقة؟ قالت قالت هو سألها he goes أنت جاهزة تتوبي؟ هي قالت يا أبونا بكلم على بنتي. قال أنت جاهزة تتوبي؟ بعدين الأم she got the message, started reading the Bible, her daughter changed. I remember this helped change my life personally. أبويا ما كانش بيقول لي حكايات من الإنجيل. ما كانش بيقول لي لما أنا كنت بكبر. بس أنا فاكر كنت بنزل السلالم في الصبح أشوفه قاعد على كنبة أحمر إنجيل كبير أحمر كده بيقرأ. بعدين بيقيس السكر. فأنا عرفت إيه المهم لأبويا؟ كلام ربنا والسكر يقيس السكر. Yeah. هو انتوا زي السكر. Be more present. Be at home when your children are at home. Sure. Normal. She sounds like a normal girl who understands her own weakness and is honest with herself. But if you want to know, they did a study. It was published in the American Journal of Epidemiology in 2017, and it was about people who were using, social media. 5,000 people in this study who were reporting about themselves. Do you know the result of the study? It was this. If you were using social media, worse mental health, worse physical health, worse life satisfaction. That's the result. Scientific result. Worse mental health, worse physical health, worse life satisfaction. يعني افرض yeah, of course. افرض انتوا رحتوا الشوبينج سنتر بعدين كان في حاجة على الشلف بيقول for free for a limited time have worse mental health, worse physical health, and have worse life satisfaction for free. How many people would buy that? How many people would take it for free? No one. But if young people use social media, they have bought that. That's what they have bought. That's what's happened. To be present at home, go on daddy-daughter dates, mummy-daughter dates, time with husband and wife. This is important. Make them feel like you care about their life, not just about their grades. Yeah? Yani, have dinner together, to pray together every night. They did a very fast, do you know what the divorce rate in Australia is? Something, I'm actually not sure, but maybe what, 40 to 60, somewhere there? Maybe somewhere between 40 and 60%, if that's accurate. If anyone wants to double check that, you can fact check it. I'm actually not exactly sure, but I know it's very high. Do you know they did a study on couples that pray together every night? There was a study of people who pray together every night. Do you know what the divorce rate was? Less than 1%. Less than 1% of couples who pray together get divorced. Beautiful. If I'm not praying with my wife, if I'm not praying with my children, it's an encouragement for us to do that. And just to finish is this. We could have a family confession night. This is what happens generally. I'll just be honest with you in the church. This is what happens. Parents encourage their kids to go to confession, but parents do not go to confession. Parents, Sundays, do this, do this, do this, but they never see their parents doing this and this and this. So why not a family confession night? Like, we can organize it maybe once every 2 months. We're going to try to have a confession night with Abuna. That way they see mum, dad, they're also honest with God. They're also honest with themselves. And in confession, always ask the priest to give your child قانون روحي. دايما تسألوا الأب الكاهن يدي العيال قانون روحي عشان ده هيخليهم strong, disciplined. وبرضو لو حد بيحط مجهود في حياته الروحية يبقى لما حاجة وحشة تيجي هيقول لا أنا حياتي ماشية كده. يعني زي كده مين هياكل ماكدونالدز؟ مين؟ الشخص اللي بيجري 5 ساعات كل يوم، ولا الراجل اللي قاعد على الكنبة ولا يهمه حاجة؟ أنا مش بحط مجهود في الفيتنس anyway. ماشي لو ماكدونالدز جاي أكل الجنك فود، بس لو اديت الماكدونالدز لواحد بيجري 5 ساعات كل يوم هيقول إيه ده؟ أنا في دقيقتين هضيع كل المجهود ده، مش عايز. القانون روحي زي كده. لو في ولد أو بنت دايما عندهم قانون روحي، لما في حاجة وحشة يجي ليهم هيقولوا لا أنا مش متعود على كده، أنا ماشي كده، ماشي الملكوت. فده حاجة مهمة للعيال. احنا كلمنا كتير. شكرا صبرتوا بالإنجليزي والعربي بتاعي. Yeah, thank you. Glory be to God forever. Amen.